Hello, beautiful collective. The sun is out. I'm getting some kind of cool slash weird like light refractions coming in. So I don't know. Let's go with it. I kind of like it. So as I was tuning into your energy, I was getting the message. You already have this life laid out for you. There are some people in this collective, maybe many of you, who are going through a period of transition right now where it feels like there's a lot of uncertainty and a lot of like unknowns, and living with that many unknowns is a little bit scary, particularly because these unknowns are foundational. But what I was getting, and I just had these two fall out of the deck, so I'll share them immediately here, is the Wheel of Fortune and the Knight of Wands. So there's a lot of forward movement energy here, and also just very excellent fortune in your favor right now. The words I'm hearing are this life is already laid out for you. Not in the sense that you don't have free will, because you always do, but in the sense that you are entering into a stage of life where your higher self has already picked a path and a vocation and a purpose that you are going to feel divinely aligned to. And when you step into that purpose, you don't have to worry about the hows and the blanks and the unknowns, because they're going to get filled in with divine help. And it's going to come in formats unfamiliar to you. Thank you, Spirit. So part of the struggle is really an ego struggle. It's letting go of pathways, processes, and particulars. I don't know. I just love the alliteration. Particulars that you have known in the past, and allowing for uncertainty to create space for something new to come in that is unexpected, maybe. You're going to be seeing and feeling signs that resonate with you through the environment. And I'm getting like snippets that come up on social media. You might be in line to get coffee, and like you overhear the people in front of you having a conversation, and whatever they're talking about sounds like it's a directly word for word addressing your life and your concerns and your needs, and maybe like answering like a big like, oh my God, like I never thought of it that way. Oh, that's the perfect solution for me. And you're going to be getting help from just like, it's like the world's reaching out towards you, and all you need to do is actually stand still in order to receive it. This is a collective that has struggled with receiving in the past, and this is going to be part of your karmic lesson this year, is learning how to do less and get more. It feels really counterintuitive for this collective because we're so used to having to hustle, having to work 4 jobs at the same time in order to get by with the bare minimum, having to go above and beyond and overgive, undervalue ourselves in order to think like we'll be able to be seen, heard, felt, appreciated, needed. But what we are moving towards is thank you, Spirit. I'm hearing a new way of processing yourself. Can I understand more of what that means, please? Processing? Okay, this is long. Okay. The way in which you dictate what you want, how you go about getting it, what you perceive to be true, and the input output that you expect to need to go through in order to acquire onto the earth certain things is dissolving now. You are going to be learning, and have already been learning, in fact, for like 95% of this collective, this is already you. You are in primary function stage. Primary function stage is the stage in which you develop your new foundational living strategy, structure, being. You are evolving into new earth beings. New earth beings create via the senses. They create by being, by receiving reception, receptivity to environmental causes, outputs. New earth beings also require a little dissonance in order to have the friction to move themselves forward. That is part of what you're experiencing now for the first time in a new way, is that gentle dissonance that awakens and evolves you to an understanding, to greater clarity of what it is you want, so you can adjust your instruments, so to speak, in order to tune into the frequency of that which you want to receive. Thank you. This awakening is crucial in order for a mass tipping point of the collective to be reached, for the greater planet to have access to these frequencies that will allow more of the light pouring onto the earth to be absorbed, received, integrated. Thank you for the work you are doing as part of a mass awakening in inducing this tipping point for humanity and the planet in order to achieve a new primal state of being. Primal being is erecting onto the earth equative circumstances in which all beings have equal access to rights, lights, human experiences, divinity, equality, justice, truth, the highest values that can be conceived of in your human understanding. That which you desire for all beings has already begun to be awakened, and it is inevitable at this point. Therefore, we ask you to rejoice in that which you have already achieved. You are very, very hard on yourselves. You have done so much. And in being at the grassroots level, down in the weeds, so to speak, you are not appreciating exactly how much work has already been done in yourselves and others, and how this work is like a strong current carrying you forward into new earth being in a way that is so inevitable that your success is imminent. It is inevitable. It is impossible to do anything but succeed at this point. Your joy, progress, manifestation abilities are heightened to a degree beyond any that we have seen before. And we are very excited to witness and partner and guide and ourselves to grow through you in this beautiful dissolution of the illusion of that which has been the constrained prison of your planet for so long. It is no longer going to constrain or imprison you. We feel very excited that the earth is ready to evolve and advance. There are enough beings on the planet who desire peace, love, prosperity for all. And therefore, you must hold your faith and your vision in yourself and look for this in others. Look for that seed spark, divinity light within others, and do not be fooled or distracted by the campaigns that would have you believe otherwise is the dominant force. It is not the dominant force on this planet anymore. That is already gone. Consider those campaigns the last gasp of the beast that whips its tail as it dies. You have already conquered that beast, and in fact moved into a world in which conquering is the concept that is archaic, no longer needed. For there is nothing to conquer in this world when you are already fully integrators of light and love therapy, which is the basis for all foundational growth in this universe. You will enjoy discovering the unfolding of this truth as not a trite sentiment, but a fundamental fact of the physical and metaphysical and spiritual laws that govern this universe. Whew. Wow. Oh, here we go. 11 minutes. I didn't mean to. Well, I never mean to. I just do it right. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you. Sometimes I go into full channel mode without quite intending to. It's almost like they tap me on the shoulder and they're like, you know what? We can handle it. You just chill over here and let us come in. And I'm always grateful when they do, because I'm hearing it for the first time too. And it's very exciting. And of course, I think many of us are already resonating with this truth because we have been hearing it through various means and mediums. And if you're here, like you're listening to this, I am certain it's because you already have sensed the validity of this. You've heard it in your heart. You've heard other people saying it. You felt it to be true. When we are in the weeds of details saying how, we're asking how a past creation is going to drive us forward. Now we are transitioning into a mindset in which we live in the certainty of inner faith rather than the certainty of what is like physical in front of us. It's not a rejection of the universe. It's not disbelieving everything in front of you. It is rather understanding that what is in front of you is the last stage of reality. Some say the lowest. Sometimes I don't like to use that term because it makes it sound like physical reality is like not as good or something, but it's like all of reality is beautiful. Like physical creation is beautiful. It's a gift to be here. We're lucky. But it's more like understanding an end result process. It's like if you're baking a cake and you're looking at the cake and you're like, I didn't want chocolate cake. I wanted like strawberry shortcake. It's like you start first with that inner desire of wanting a different cake, and then you go about seeing like what's in the environment to help you create that. And if you're like, oh no, I don't have like the strawberries, like a neighbor might pop over and be like, hey, I've got like extra strawberries. Did you want some? And it's like, oh, thank you. Perfect. And you're starting to like look around you for the ways in which the universe is feeding you those elements to get you what you want. So if there's anything that can help you to be less caught up in what is in front of you, I would recommend finding a way to retreat a little bit to that inner knowing, whether it's through meditation, exercise, taking a walk outside, all of the above, hugging your pets, your kids, like find a little second to just cut out the noise and return to what you already know is true. I think I'm going to leave it there. This feels like a lot of information that just came in. So I think this was plenty. Thank you guys. I love you. I will see you in the next video.